Glad to be in your company once again as we bring you another special edition of the JoyNews channel on Multi TV. Remember, we're also live on channel 421 on DSTV. And of course, today we're taking a close look at the life and the career of one person who many had wanted to play for the Black Stars of Ghana. Of course, that didn't happen. But of course, he's shining the light of great football in the German Bundesliga. And of course, recently also got a call up to the German national team. Of course, the defending champions of the world, who will be looking forward to defending their title in Russia in the summer of next year. Well, who's my guest? Karim Bellarabi. He's got a parenting profile of Morocco, Ghana, and Germany, all of them put together. So strong blood he's got there. We're going to be having a chat with him here on this special edition of Sports Today. Thank you very much for joining us. And Karim, thank you very much for your time. And Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
How do you say that in German anyway?
Frohe Weihnachten.
Ah, my German is very poor.
Okay, okay.
Great to have you. How long have you been in town though?
I'm now 5 days here.
5 days?
I
Okay,
stay
good.
3 more days here.
Great, great, great.
Yeah.
Tell me about the, the last season and how eventful it has been for you, and how fulfilling it's been for you in the German Bundesliga.
I think now at the half we make a really good first season. The first half was really good. We have a very young team, and so we switch a lot. And now at the end we don't lose 12 games. We don't lose, and this was very important for us. So now we look for the next year.
I saw that game against Mönchengladbach. You had a very good game. You pushed a lot.
Yeah, I'm always trying to put my best what I can do for the team. And as I say, we have a really young team, so it's important to always be strong on the field.
How long, or how far do you see this this current crop of players in Leverkusen? How far do you see them going? In terms of probably winning the league, which looks like a tall order, probably going far in the Champions League as well, where you've been very consistent over the years as well.
Yeah, I think for us it's very important to always play in the front. We wanna be always in the Champions League like the last years, and this is one thing what we always concentrate on. So we have a really young team, and we want to always be every year better and better. But I think the most important thing for our team is to play in the front of the league.
I see. Great stuff there. In terms of winning the laurels, I mean, everybody is looking at winning the laurels at the end of the day. I mean, hey, which of them would you want to focus on immediately? Would it be the league? Would it be the Champions League? Which one of them do you see as more realistic?
I think in this time more realistic is the DFB Pokal. This is a tournament just in Germany, and I think now we are in the next round where we win against Gladbach. And I think this is a good chance for us to maybe come in the final, and then we hope to win this. I think to win the Bundesliga we need some more time, maybe a little bit, because they are very good teams. You have Bayern Munich, they always play in the front, and they have a really good team. You have Dortmund, also very good. So it's not so easy to say.
Tell me, I mean, when you sit back, I mean, Leverkusen is a big force in the German Bundesliga. But when you sit back and you look at the strength of the likes of of Bayern Munich, of Dortmund, I mean, how do you perceive those two clubs? I mean, from the background, from the back.
Yeah, if you see the last years or the last 10, 15 years, Bayern Munich and Dortmund are two teams. They're very good. They always play in the front, and I think they always have good players. But we have also a good team, but I say always we are a very young team. So this is what the players, they are now young, the next years they will be better, and then we want to look in the front.
Now, when you were growing up, when you were playing your football, was Leverkusen the club that you wanted to go to at all costs? Did you have any other dreams away from Leverkusen? Did you see any other club in these other giants that you wanted to play for?
Of course, I always played when I was young at Werder Bremen. It was my team where I was born, and I was playing like a small child. But Leverkusen was always a team in Germany where you always look up, because it's a very professional, good team, like other teams also. But I think Leverkusen, if I hear then one day I can go there, I was really happy because Leverkusen is a very professional team. You can work very good, and this is the most important. But that's why I was going there.
I see. You've played in Germany all your professional career. It's been fulfilling so far.
Yes, I play my whole time in Germany because Germany have a very good league, and you can work very good, and you have very nice clubs. So what will happen in the future I cannot say, but at the moment I'm really happy to be at Leverkusen and to play in Germany.
I'm glad. That's a regular line that I hear from footballers a lot, about being happy at where they are, and it's very clear. We see it from what you do. But away from the German Bundesliga, do you see any other point of attraction in Europe where you probably want to play someday, sometime, if the opportunity is there?
Yeah, of course. You have some leagues that are very good, like the Premier League is a very nice league, in Spain also. Italy is also a nice league, but I think that Germany with the Bundesliga and the Premier League is the most biggest leagues in Europe, I think.
Away from your club, which of them do you follow as well? Are there any other clubs outside? You've mentioned the Premier League, you've mentioned the Italian Serie A. Are there any other clubs that you follow with keen interest? I mean, from time to time?
Oh, when I was small, I was always looking to Barcelona or Real Madrid because these are the most, I think, the best teams in the world for me. So these are two teams I always look for because I was a really big fan of Barcelona and some players there, in Madrid and some players. So these are the teams I always look what they're doing. I always look if they play each other. This is very interesting.
Did you place anybody like in front of you when you were growing up as an idol, or somebody you could just look up to for the kind of inspiration that you needed as a young boy to come up and bring the best out of you in terms of your talent?
Yes, there was players like Thierry Henry from Arsenal. In this time when I was young, I was looking every game of him and how he moved, and he was so fast, and how he make the goals was very interesting for me as a small child. But also Ronaldinho from Barcelona, these are the superstars. When you was a small boy, you always look wow. And this was giving me also power to work hard and focus on my goals.
Did you meet any of them?
No, I don't meet them.
Interesting. So if you were to meet Thierry Henry now, what would you say? What kind of discussion would you have with him?
I'd say, wow, I really have big respect for your career, and I'm a big fan of you.
Great stuff. Ronaldinho, yeah, sure.
Ronaldinho, and also the Brazilian Ronaldo. These are also players. That was fantastic. I think they have something special on their feet that you cannot train, and that's why I'm always looking for this.
Okay, let's begin with the positive moments. I mean, so far in your career, have you? Let's limit ourselves to Leverkusen. Do you have a day which you would say was your biggest, or the biggest day for you playing on the pitch for Leverkusen since joining in 2011?
I think there is not a special moment, but there was one year that was very special for me. That was the year with the coach Roger Schmidt. And this year I have a lot of friends in the team, and we was playing in the Champions League very well and in the league. And this was a season where we play every weekend a good game. We win a lot, and I have many moments from this year. Was very special for me.
Would you remember like a few single ones out of them, probably?
Yes, my goal, I have one Bundesliga history goal, was after 9 seconds, and this was also this season. After 9 seconds, I make the goal against Dortmund. This was, of course, a special
and that's supposed to be the fastest this season, right? Or?
It was the fastest in the history from the Bundesliga, so this is for me special.
9 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What was going through your mind when you were maneuvering?
In this moment, I was thinking I did 9 seconds. For me, in this moment, I was thinking, oh, good, we make now a goal very fast in the first minute, and this is very important. Just after the game, they told me that it was 9 seconds.
Wow.
But in the game...
So you were not even aware it was 9 seconds early?
No, in the game I don't think about it, and I don't know it because you're concentrated. Also in halftime, nobody said to me, they just said after the game that this was a history goal. And this was very important for me.
Hey, congratulations for that. That was a super feat. So that should go into the Guinness Book of Records. If you just joined us, this is a special edition of Sports Today here with me, Nathaniel Atto, and of course here with me is Karim Bellarabi. He's a German international with Ghanaian ties, and he plays for Bayer Leverkusen in the German Bundesliga. We're just going through what has happened through the season and what he looks ahead to in the coming year and the coming season as well. Of course, there's a big World Cup coming up in Russia. And of course, many players will be looking forward to answering the roll call for their respective nations if you've qualified. Of course, the not so pleasant days as well. If you'd want to remember, since joining Leverkusen, which one is the not so pleasant one that you'd always want to take out of your memory? Yeah,
of course. For me, the most important thing is to stay healthy. And the last years I have some moments. I have a really bad accident, and my leg was 6 months, I cannot play, and I think these are moments you don't want to have as a soccer player. You always want to be fit and always be there for the team and always want to fight on the field, and if you cannot play and you're in a hospital, I think these are the moments you don't want to have.
Tell me what goes through the player's mind. I mean, psychologically, especially when you're there and you see your teammates, they're playing, they're getting the results, things are going well, and you have to sit there through the pain and all of that. Take me through it. Take everybody through what runs through your mind. Some of the things that come through your mind when you're in those situations.
First, you have to be strong, because after this you have to be fit like before. So the most important thing is to be positive and have the family on your side. But of course, it's a hard time because you have to work hard. You have to work harder than you are fit. If you have problems, you have to work harder because you have to become again fit like before, and this is not so easy. So the most important thing is that the family is there, and you have to stay positive and have good friends around you that give you power.
Great stuff. Interesting stuff there. All right, let's talk about the fans in the German Bundesliga. All over the world, every league will look up to the German Bundesliga because of the record attendances at every game, irrespective of which club is playing, whether it's a big club or a small club. Tell me about your relationship with the fans.
I think the fans in Germany, they're very important because in Germany the football is very professional. As I told before, you work very good, and the fans are very important to have them, because if you're on the field and you hear your fans in your neck, it's very important. It gives you also power. And so that's why we need the fans to win the games.
I see. And it's 100% attendance at every game. That's interesting, eh? That's amazing.
Yes. I think this is very, very nice that we have in Germany fans. Also, if there's not a good time and we lose some games, they try to give us power also. And this is important, that you have fans, if you lose or win, that they always be there and be true.
We're in a World Cup year. Let's roll back to 2006 and what you were up to during that period when Germany hosted the World Cup.
It was in Germany was a big party if Germany get the World Cup. Was a very, very nice thing for Germany and for us. And after the World Cup, then next year I was also playing for Germany. So it was for me a pleasure and very special always to play for Germany.
I see. Now you got the opportunity. You've gotten a call up. You've been able to wear the national shirt, the white and black with the the crest. Now, what's your projection for yourself and your relationship with the national team? Of course, we've got a few players of Ghanaian descent who've gone through the national team. Of course, the World Cup winner Jerome Boateng, Gerald Asamoah, and the like. Tell me about yours and what you look forward to doing with this.
Yes, there was some options to play for Morocco, for Ghana, or for Germany. But for me was the feeling from my heart that I play for Germany, because in this time, I was thinking a lot and talked to my